What's going on, everybody? Kelly, and I'm bringing you a brand new video today. So today we are going to be playing the front and back nine out at a course called Lincoln Ridge in Kentucky. This is going to be the first full 18 round that I'm going to be recording for SCORE this year. We are looking to get into form for this upcoming season as we have to play a bunch of tournaments this year and really just want to play better disc golf than we did last year in the first set of videos that I started filming on this YouTube channel. There are quite a few things that I want to focus on here today. One being getting off the tee very well, and two, putting. One of the things that I've done over this off season is changed up the putting stance. I've actually switched back to how I was originally putting when I first started playing disc golf. So we're not going to be straddle putting anymore. We're going to be having a more staggered stance here. Feels a little bit more comfortable. Putts are feeling really good while I've been practicing in the backyard. So I'm super excited to see how well we can putt out here today. One of the things that's going to help with getting off the tee good is keeping my bag the same throughout this first start of the season. So a lot of times last year I was getting new discs all the time, changing things out and not getting super comfortable with the bag. So I think I'm going to try and stick with as much of the same bag to start out this first part of the season here. That way we can get comfortable and do really well out here on the course. And I'm just going to address the elephant out on the course here. Yes, I have a mustache right now. So we are going to be starting out on hole 3 here out at Lincoln Ridge. 1 and 2 are pretty backed up right now, and I want to just get into the round and not have to wait too long. So we're going to start on hole 3, end on 1 and 2 for this front 9. But I'm super excited to get out here and have my first scoring round out here. So let's jump into hole 1 here. All right, starting out on hole 3 here, it's about 300 feet. I'm going to take the right side gap and have something slightly fade towards the basket there. Just going to start the round out here with the Glow Passion. Ooh, skipped off to the left side a little too much there. I just want to thank you all guys so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me out at Lincoln Ridge. I also want to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel. We hit 500 subscribers this past week. I am super excited about that, super stoked about that, and thank you guys all if you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure that you hit that below. We're going to be bringing you so many videos this year, so many cool ideas. But we're going to have to take a look and see where we ended up on hole 3 here, because I think I pushed it off to the left side too much. We'll take a look and see, hopefully have an easy type of putt to get up and down for maybe a birdie here. Well, it's definitely makeable. Ooh, that was actually really close to going in. All right, we'll start the round out with a par. Gonna start the round out with the par. That's all right, but we need to pick up a couple more birdies here early on because these holes are going to be a lot shorter than what we will get into coming up. This next hole is definitely an ace opportunity. Ace cam is going to be live here. All right, hole 4, about 200 feet. This is an absolute ace opportunity here. We're going to go with the trusty Big Z Fierce. Just going to throw this thing up there and try and ace this thing. Flipped up to flat really nice, had a pretty good flight. Kicked off the tree towards the basket. We should be able to pick up a birdie there. There we go, first birdie. All right, 1 down through the first 2 holes that we played here. We're gonna head into hole 5 here now and pick up another birdie to keep this round going here. All right, the key to hole 5 here is to put it on a line that is tighter and more inside than you think you really have to. If you do go outside wide, it's just going to hit those trees out there. So I'm gonna try and keep this hugged on this left side with my DGA Quake. It's a really overstable mid and one of the newest additions to the bag here. That was all right. Man, yeah, this is a really tough putt in this lie with all those trees right there. Knew I was gonna hit that tree trying to go for that gap. Off the top. Man, that's a really unfortunate bogey. Man, pretty bummed about that bogey, but we're gonna try and make up with it here. We have hole 6, par 4, 350 feet. The first shot's really a placement shot. I'm gonna take a forehand with my ESP Raptor and just get something up and through that hill to the hilltop there and have a nice approach shot to the basket down towards the right, and then just have an easy birdie putt as long as we play this clean. That should be in a decent spot. I got up to the hill and cleared all the initial gap and everything like that. Would have liked a little bit more distance, but we'll take it. Also, shout out to my sister who made me this sweet DISCRAFT Underground crew neck. Been wanting to get some DISCRAFT Underground gear and apparel, so I had her make me one of these. This thing's pretty sick, super stoked on it. But yeah, I'm actually okay with that shot that we just had with the ESP Raptor. Really liking that thing right now. We're gonna take a look and see where we ended up and hopefully have a decent approach shot towards the basket. That should be pretty good if it sat down. There we go. We'll take that birdie. Back to one down after getting the birdie there on that par 4. We're gonna head into hole 7 here, which on this front 9 is probably one of the scariest holes that we're gonna play out here. All right, hole 7, par 3, 205 feet. Gonna take my Crystal Luna here. This thing is pretty straight with not too much fade to it. We have to go directly downhill. So I want something to land really, really close to the green down there and not go too far past, because there's, I think, a little bit of OB down there. Gotta give it a little bit of height, but we're gonna try and get this thing super close and get a birdie on this one. Sit, sit. That's gonna be well off to that left side, unfortunately. We ended up well to the left of the basket. We have quite a bit of work left to do to hit a birdie putt here. Oh, just off the cage. All right, we'll take the par on that one. Like I said, that's one of the scariest, hardest holes out here on this front 9, just because of how downhill this green is. All right, hole 8, 220 feet, par 3. I'm gonna take the Z-Glow Zone from this year's Ledgestone edition. This is a super hyzer to the left, so I'm gonna try and keep this on the inside there. Not too much power into this shot. Try and end up with something close to the basket so we can pick up a birdie here. That line looked really good. We should be in a pretty good spot up there. It seems like the weather here in Ohio and Kentucky is starting to get better. So it's looking to be like 50, 55, 60 out here. So we should be out on the course making more course vlogs more often now, which I'm super stoked about because I love coming out here and playing and recording rounds like this for you all to watch. Just pushes me to get better, think about the shots a little bit more. We're gonna take a look and see where we ended up and hopefully pick up a birdie here. Hit this like log right there. This ended up right there. Seemed like it had a little bit more height going into the basket, but we'll have probably a 25 to 30 footer to hit the birdie here. Denied. That one hurts. You know, that one might have went off the chains, but I'm really feeling really comfortable with the new putting stance. So I'm all right with that as long as we're hitting the basket and getting close to the putts. All right, hole 9, par 3, 205 feet. It's pretty much just dead straight ahead. You're gonna wanna push something on the right side and have a little bit of fade towards the basket just at the end. I'm gonna want my soft roach, just go pretty straight, a little bit of fade towards the end. Hit that tree out there, but kicked off and straight and went right towards the basket. We should be in a really good spot to get a birdie there. There we go. Way back up to hole 1 here. Like I said, we started out on hole 3, so we're gonna end up on hole 1 and 2 to end out here. If you can hear me breathing heavy, I had to walk up a big hill here, but there's a quite bit more wind up here on hole 1 and 2 compared to playing in the woods back there. We're gonna jump into hole 1 here, hopefully keep this birdie train up. All right, hole 1, 335 feet, par 3, pretty much dead straight ahead. I'm gonna take my more stable Glow Buzz SS, just throw this thing out there. There is a pretty heavy left to right wind here, so I'm gonna put this on a little hyzer and let it pop up to flat. Sit. All right, that should be in a decent spot. All right, that's that right under the basket. All right, we'll take the par on that one after that not so great drive. All right, hole 2 in the final hole out here. It's gonna be 360 feet. The sign says it's a par 4, but realistically, this is probably a par 3. I don't know what it says on UDisc, but I'm gonna try and take the ESP SCORCH here and just put this thing out kind of on the right side, a little bit of fade towards the basket. too low. Get some ground play. Oh, that actually is looking really good. If it wouldn't have hit that tree at the end, it might have been parked into the basket. So I thought that drive wasn't that great, but it had great skip action off the ground. It ended up skipping well towards the basket here. We're gonna have a chance for a birdie to end the round here. There we go. Man, that was a great last hole there to grab a birdie too. All right, that is going to wrap up the front 9 out here at Lincoln Ridge. We ended up shooting -4 technically, with hole 2 being a par 4, but realistically, that's a par 3 and we hit the birdie on it. So we'll end up about 3 or 4 down, which isn't too bad. The one thing that I will say is that we need to get off the tee better on this back 10. Putting is feeling really good with the new putting stance, but I am super stoked to be back out here on the course and filming course vlogs for you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in here today. If you did like the video, make sure that you leave a like down below. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we're gonna be bringing you more videos, and we will see you in the next one.